Do you struggle with feeling uncomfortable in your own skin? Do you find yourself people pleasing just to avoid criticism or disapproval? If that's your case, what you may be feeling isn't just about insecurity. It could be the result of early experiences where you were made to feel ashamed, ashamed just for being you. So, welcome back to Reignite Your Radiance and part three of our series on healing the effects of early childhood experiences that can resurface during menopause. In the last video, we talked about abandonment, and I encouraged you to make sure you show up for yourself. How'd you do? Instead of ignoring your needs, you're supposed to make sure to prioritize yourself. So I hope you met the challenge and you're doing well and you continue to do well. Today, we'll talk about healing the pain of humiliation and help you reclaim your self respect and dignity. At the end, we'll explore the third step of my coaching technique. So make sure you have your pen and paper handy so that you can write down those tips. Humiliation, it takes root when a child is ashamed, ridiculed, or made to feel small. And it can be about your body. It can happen in ways that seem like they're small and not a big deal, a teasing comment about your weight or eating. As a child, those moments, they send a painful message to you. You feel like there's something wrong with me. And it plants the belief that you should hide parts of who you are. That we need to hide parts of ourselves to avoid embarrassment. And the humiliation wound, it can arise when a child feels, they're responsible for their parents' happiness. So what do? They suppress who they are, who they really are. And maybe you felt guilty for having your own needs and you believed that prioritizing yourself was selfish or it would somehow cause pain for your parent or caregiver. If you were criticized for expressing your own needs, this could have also contributed to you having these feelings of shame. As adults, what happens? Those early lessons turned into patterns. So, number one, you could be over giving, over apologizing for everything. You say yes when you really want to say no, and you take care of everyone else just to feel valuable. At those family gatherings, you're the one who volunteers to cook all the food, you cater to everybody's needs, and then you're cleaning up after everybody, even though you're exhausted. This is because you feel that your worth, your personal worth, is tied to how much you do for other people. And you believe that your own needs are less important than everybody else's. So you struggle with those feelings of shame and worthlessness. And even though deep down inside, all you want is to feel worthy and you just want to be free to be yourself. Number two is anxiety. It manifests as anxiety around being seen, evaluated, or judged, which can lead to extreme performance anxiety, social anxiety, and intense fear of embarrassment. So, if you have a presentation at work, you're panicking. That people are looking at you and you're thinking that they're going to find a reason to criticize you. Number three, you have body image issues. Feelings of humiliation can deeply impact your relationship with your own body. So you may be hypercritical of your appearance, or you do the opposite and you neglect your self care because you don't feel that you deserve it. You could also avoid pictures. You're the one in the group that doesn't want to take any pictures. I'll take the pictures for you because you don't like seeing yourself in pictures. You don't even like looking at yourself in a mirror. You may be wearing oversized, baggy clothes to hide your body. The shame you feel about your body can be so strong that you struggle to feel comfortable in your own skin. So, what happens during menopause? Many women comment to me that their bodies feel foreign, right? They feel like foreigners in their own body. Brain fog, hot flashes, weight gain, especially stubborn belly fat that we struggle with, can awaken those old feelings of shame about our bodies. So if humiliation has been part of your emotional story, the menopause can be amplifying those feelings, leaving you feeling exposed or inadequate. And this emotional stress can manifest through problems with weight. And the studies even show they can lead to eating disorders. It's an attempt to control the body and feel like you're worthy of love and acceptance. But when you begin to heal these feelings of humiliation, you reconnect with your body. And you don't see it as an enemy that you need to fix, but as a friend that you should honor. And when we're healing feelings of humiliation, a big part of the work that we do is helping you to become the compassionate adult that you needed when you were a child. That compassion that you were missing, that's what you give to yourself. So together we start by gently building trust in your own voice so you can make those choices that truly feel right for you, not out of fear of what somebody else is going to think and not to please anybody else. From there, we practice self we practice setting simple, loving boundaries, giving yourself permission to say no, because sometimes it's appropriate to say no. So you can say no when it's necessary. And step by step, we focus on honoring your needs again, remembering that you deserve dignity, care, and the freedom to speak up. Speak up for yourself without having to apologize. Okay, so tell yourself, I choose self kindness over self criticism. And you're going to replace I'm embarrassed with I'm human. We're all human. We all make mistakes. Not a reason for you to be overly ashamed. And interestingly, Anne Vaz Camp also said shame dies when stories are told in safe places. So I also encourage you to join our menopause support group. This way it can help you reduce those feelings of shame, sharing your experiences with other women who have gone through the same. Okay? And now this week's challenge is the Respect Yourself Challenge. So ask yourself, what's one area of my life where I've been silencing my opinion, silencing my voice out of shame? And instead of silence, I'm going to speak up calmly and clearly. Okay, then share in the comments because I love hearing your comments. Share with me how you are going to show yourself respect this week. Okay, and if you know other women who can benefit from the video, they're struggling with feelings of humiliation, please share it and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next part of our series. And always, if you would like personalized guidance, you can contact me on Instagram at Reignite Your Radiance. Let me know that you are ready to take the next step and also that you would like to join our menopause support group. And we'll go on and add you there. We'll welcome you. Look forward to having you with us. Okay, so let's continue building a safe space where shame fades and self respect shines. And now, for the next step of my coaching technique, we've been going step by step with the R.A.A.T.T technique. Now, step 3 is allow. Allow yourself to fully validate your emotions instead of suppressing them. That's what you're going to focus on this week as well. If you feel like crying because of deep sadness, something that happened, cry. Let the tears flow. Then pause to think about what the message is. What message are your emotions sending to you? Because that's what they are. They come to deliver a message, and that's going to have a positive effect on your emotional wellness when you listen to the message and learn from it. Okay, so our next video will guide you through step 4, which is thankfulness, and we'll explore betrayal and the power of rebuilding trust in yourself and others. Okay, if you haven't watched the previous two videos in the series, make sure to click on the links that you'll see above so that you can check those videos out right now, and they'll help you to understand the first two steps in my coaching technique, those important steps to help you get on that road to wellness, the road map to emotional wellness, and reignite your radiance. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.